Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Claiming Your Success podcast, conversations with Caroline and Sabrina. And we have another guest to join us in today's conversation. The beautiful Cinthia Ramirez Flores is joining us today. Beautiful, not only physically, as you can all see, but she's good peeps in here too. Cinthia and I have been connected through our businesses. We've been success partners in the not too distant past for, years and years and years, growing through our entrepreneurial journeys together. Cinthia is part of network marketing, affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing kind of business systems, but she's also a brick and mortar entrepreneur, having built and is continuing to grow and scale a hair salon with herself and her business partner. So she has some stories to tell when it comes to this entrepreneurial journey.
Yes.
Caroline, do you want to shoot first?
Well, I think the first thing firstly, thank you so much for coming here, Cynthia. I really appreciate
Thank
having you
you.
here. And oh my
Yes.
God, I can already feel your energy, energy. You know, the first thing I was going to say, like, yeah, you know what? You tell us what it is in your own words. What do you do? And yeah, just tell us what you do. Tell us what you do in your own words for everyone to hear. Because I feel like you've got a
Okay.
lot to share.
Do I have a lot of minutes to do that?
You have,
Yeah,
yeah,
as
go,
many
go,
as you
go,
need.
go.
Okay, so thank you for inviting me. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited because this is my first time on a podcast, so it's just so excited. And I love to share. I love to share knowledge. I love to share what I do, my mistakes, and all that. And I know Sabrina in person, and I touch her and hug her many times. I don't know Caroline personally, but I know you because I hear you guys every time and you have a podcast. So it's so amazing. Who am I? Well, I'm Cynthia. I'm 46 years old. I'm Mexican, born and raised in Mexico. And I came to the United States because I married a Puerto Rican. I came to the States. I left everything behind, my family, my comfort zone, to a country that it's a lot of opportunities, but at the same time, it's a challenge for um,
Mm.
my Latina community. You know, it's always a challenge all the time, 100%, especially in these days. So long story short, I'm a former teacher, kindergarten teacher for 15 years. And I found myself like many years ago being in the States that I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't feel that that was me anymore. I think I did my duty as a teacher. And I know inside of me that I always like personal development and all that kind of books. I read them all and all that kind of things. And I know I have more inside of me. I have to do more. I have to find something. And little by little, I think the opportunities here in the States, like you see women like you guys, like Sabrina, like like exotic, like talking about uh personal development and all that. And because of my previous network marketing business, I get to know a lot of women. When I opened that door about network marketing, I was like, what? I this is amazing. So like what I can connect with more people that I never will meet in my life if it's not for this. So I was really successful in the previous business, and I wanted to get more, right? And I think that business make me crave like the next level. All this
Mm.
story all this story, I became a hairstylist. I quit I would not say quit. I think I end my journey as a teacher. I said, this is it. I think I have more um, to do in my life, like not just being a teacher forever. So I start my next career, which is a hairstylist. And everybody was like, what? You should do a master's. You should go for your counseling. Everybody was criticizing me, like, what are you doing? Um, Even my husband was like a little shocked. He was like, what are you doing? Just go back to school. Like, I'm like, no, I think I want to do this. And I did. And I found my passion, like making people more beautiful. And it makes me feel good to make somebody good, feel good. Like, my God, and all that, and all about beauty. I love beauty and hair and all that kind of thing. So I think I found my passion. And alongside, I was doing network marketing, like helping people get better and wellness. And then I did like courses for health coach and life coach and all that kind of things, because all the
Mm.
way it was like pushing me to get better, get more educated, and to have more tools, and then all these apps, and then I found Sabrina, and I was like, whoa. So she's at another level. Like, if she can do this, I can do that, right? Too. And I think it's a beautiful world for me that opens so many possibilities in my life that I was like, this is not it. I can keep going. Again, like many years doing this and that, doing hair in different salons, and I'm like, I want to have my own salon, and I want to just go the next level. And I did, and with having nothing, just a partner that she was doing my extensions, and I was like, did you want to open a salon with me? And she's like, oh my God, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, sure, let's go, let's do it. I remember like yesterday was March 21st, and it was a Thursday. And she said, I have off on Monday. Let's go find places. And we went to start finding places, and we found our spot. And we right away like sign up. And then I told Ray, I'm opening a salon. Ray is my husband. He didn't
No
know
way.
anything. By the way, I'm opening a salon. And he's like, what? How? Like, and all this story like start coming. And of course, all the things start happening, right? Like when you open how do you say, a brick and mortar business, it's a lot. And it's been 2.5 years, and it's been amazing, but it's been like a roller coaster journey of growing and wanting it more, and getting to a wall and say like, okay, what's the next step? We have to keep growing, and it's not just owning a salon. It is how I can give more. And I'm thankful that my partner in the business, she is younger than me, but she I kind of like, she started aligning with me about like growing, and I put her in this I opened the door for her to personal development and growing as a woman and her business and all, because
Mm.
she's like 15 years younger than me. I look like her, almost, but she's younger than me. And all of a sudden she wants to create more, and so we're aligned right now. And recently we just hired a coach, that it was like another step. Who said salons owners hire coaches? We do. So like we need to find a coach to help us like grow more and the right way. And it's been an amazing journey. So it's not just open the doors of a business. I think if you want to be something meaningful, even if it's just hair, people said it's just hair. For us, it's not just hair. It's like creating an environment for women and men too. They come to our salon, but they feel safe. They feel it's a family, and they can get the best of us, right? And it's been, I mean, I have stories, like Sabrina said, I have like big stories about like opening a salon, having a family, having a husband, and my kids, and sending my kids to college and all these kind of things, and still be grounded and wanting it more. I think it's a journey that I feel it will never stop for me. I always want to open more doors and new doors to keep growing, even if it's painful.
Thank you for sharing all of that, Cynthia. First thing that comes to me, right, and I think our listeners could get some value from is, did you know it was time to step away? Or the word I kind of was thinking was pivot, or even like that. What and then came to my head was elevating your goals. Because yeah, you didn't quit teaching; you elevated your goals. How did you know it was time to do that?
Think it was the time for me when I start feeling like I don't want to go to work. Like, and I never felt that way. I was really passionate. Like, I love to be a teacher. And I was a kindergarten teacher. And I was a teacher in different parts of the states, and in Puerto Rico too, and in Mexico, my
Mm.
first experience. So I felt like the times were changing so much. I felt like I was not appreciated as a teacher, like it used to be. Parents start changing and all that.
Yeah.
That was one of the things. And I say, I don't think I belong here anymore. I think I'm made for more. And
Yeah.
I think my duty as a teacher stop right here because I feel like I don't want to keep doing this anymore. And I didn't like that feeling. So I
Mm.
start
Yeah.
just digging inside of me. And I was going through therapy um, by accident. My daughter was having therapy and the therapist said, like, I think you need a couple sessions. And I was like, what? Yeah, I like you. Okay. And that really helped me. He did a few sessions with me and he literally opened that inside of me. He like, you want to do more. You want to do something different. And you're scared to say it out loud. And I was like, yeah, I think so. So at some point, I thought it was not a chance, a possibility for me to do something different. I was a teacher. I went to college for teaching. Like, that's it. That's what I'm doing. And I think he helped me to realize, no, you can change your career and you can be successful doing something else. And then if you want to change again, you can. So
But what gave you the courage to trust that and to go for it? Like what gave you the like
Mm.
how did you overcome that fear, especially when you said about people like what are you doing? Even Ray was kind of like what do you mean? How do you
I
overcome that fear and have the courage to trust that feeling?
think I always think about that my kids are looking. And my kids were little at that moment. Frida was 4, 5, kind of like the age of my students. And I felt like they will see me doing something that I don't want to do anymore and kind of like start being diminished, I don't know, or like feeling low because I'm doing this because I'm supposed to be doing this. And I always tell my kids like you have to go for it, whatever you want. And if I don't do it myself, how can I ask them to do it too? So I keep saying that to myself. And I think my kids were something that I'm like, no, I think I can show them it's possible to change and go for it. And after a few conversations, I mean, my partner in crime, which is Ray, I've been with him for 26 years. He support me. He'll like, okay, let's do it, but just promise yourself that you're gonna work doing this. It's not just like I'm doing cosmetology and then like nothing. I'm like, no, 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 I'm changing my career. And I think that like kind of like pushed me to, okay, this is the right thing to do. And inside of me, I just needed to do something different. And it feels so good. It was so scary too, because I like, I don't know if I'm gonna be good. I don't know anything about hair. I don't know. Shears were sharp. I,
So how could you give me like how was it when you started your salon to versus now?
when I started my salon,
Yeah, how is it now? Yeah, from when you started to now.
think the pain of knowing you're responsible, you have freedom. It was like a change working as an employee, right, in a salon,
Yeah.
and being a business owner on my network marketing. So I have kind of like that mixed feelings. But I knew because of my business on social media and all that, that I can have that full freedom. So that pushed me to open my salon. But then after being a salon owner and a network marketing owner and all that, to now, I think I just keep learning. It's just like, it's not just, oh, fun. It's even like harder, I will say, because now we have to take the most opportunities to hire new stylists and to like deal with employees, IRS and all that kind of things. From the first day to now, I think I grow so much. I grew just like about being a business owner. It's just,
Mm.
I will say, I always feel like I can do whatever I want, right? That feeling that I'll do it, but like I have to go through that.
Yeah. And I think you just hit the nail on the head, Cynthia. Thank you for sharing that perspective because I think so many people get into entrepreneurship either in network marketing, affiliate marketing, all of the channels that are available to us, or in a traditional, consumer-based business, service-based business, thinking just wanting that freedom piece and thinking it's just going to be about that. I'm going to have my freedom. I'm going to be able to create my own schedule. I'm going to be able to work for myself. And they go into it thinking that like that's what it's going to be, all sunshine and rainbows all the time. And I think not enough people understand that when you sign up for that ultimate freedom, what you're actually signing up for right now is a whole world of pain. Because
100%.
what you need to do, what you need to grow through and go through to get that ultimate freedom that you're wanting, that's harder than being an employee.
Yeah, 100%.
It is. It is.
100%. Yeah. It's painful. It is really painful. And I think it's a pain that not everybody wants to go through, even though it literally free you from many things that you don't like as an employee. There's nothing wrong to be an employee. My husband is an employee, and he enjoys that. And it's different levels of employees, right? And maybe in his career is different to be self-employed. It's another story. But for me, I think it's just I'm always ready for the challenge, even if I cannot sleep for days when I start something new. And it happens pretty often when we're like switching and like going for the next level. And even in our salon, it's a lot of challenges all the time, and especially if you have a partner. So it's it never stops, like Sabrina said. Like, people don't know, but it feels so good. Like, literally, you're working for you, and you're working for your future, you're working for your goals. And if you don't do anything, what's on you? If you do a lot, like when you get to the summit, it's just like, I did it. So it's just we just have a little milestone not so long ago that it probably nothing for people, but I cry and cry and cry, like almost all day. We just have our legal, or not legal, like a real sign, like, the big marquee and with the lights and all that. It took us 2 years to do that. We had a
Good,
banner.
man.
We just had a banner like that says KNC Hair Studio. And every time I drive into the parking lot, I was like, I know, but I always see the banner. I'm like, we have to put a sign. We have to put a sign, and we finally did. It took us 2 years because we're a couple like of girls that we decided open this salon with no debt. So that was a challenge, and we say we're not gonna get in debt. We're gonna go little by little. We're gonna go on our pace. We're gonna make it beautiful, and like, on the way we're gonna start doing things. And one of the things that we couldn't afford was a sign, because like, we didn't want to get a loan or anything. So we finally did it, and when they were putting on, I was like literally crying out, like, oh my god, this is big. We're real, we're for real now. And it looks amazing, and everybody noticed, and all our clients celebrate us, like, oh my god, you guys, you have a sign. And maybe for somebody else it's not big, but for us it was really big, like, being official, having a huge sign. So
And like, no, I absolutely love that, because what I hear is we didn't wait until we had it all perfect. We decided to believe in ourselves and go with it and be okay with a banner, because for now the banner is just for now. That is such an incredible story, and for the fact that you've done it with no loans or anything like
no,
that. Oh my
yeah,
god, so
yeah,
good, so good.
And
yeah,
that's like
yeah.
such a great testament to knowing what you're doing it for and staying true to what you wanted to create for the two of you, not being rushed by what it should look like or being rushed by anybody else's perspective or opinion or whatever, but allowing
Mhm.
yourselves to stay true to what it is that you were creating, because now you have that testament to your grit and your resilience. I think it's just so wonderful. And one of the things that really like, if you don't follow Cinthia, which everyone should on your social media profiles, because she's a boss. But one of the things that you
Same.
won't know is that she runs her business, her network marketing business, her online business, 100% in Spanish. So she runs her online business 100% in Spanish. And I think one of the watching you grow in your businesses, Cinthia, and watching you grow as a woman and a friend and all of that is the thing that I've really kind of locked onto, is that storytelling for you has been such a huge asset for reaching exactly who it is that you're here for. And the fact that you do that by living in an English speaking country but deciding to do your business 100% in a different language to really reach and penetrate the people that you want to, is just such a testament to that. So can you speak on that, about how storytelling has really kind of built your business for you?
Yeah, 100%. First of all, I never, yes, I'm speaking English right now and I share who I am and all that. I love that. And I speak English every day on my salon and all that. But like Sabrina said, like targeting or getting to the audience that I wanted to change their life and help and serve. Because I feel I serve every day when I open my camera, even though I I'm just me all the time, right? I wanted to serve my Latino community because I always said there's so many like me in English. There's so many women that does what I do, and it's just I don't want to be one more. And why I feel like it would be disrespectful for my culture if I try to target a market that it's already covered. People's taking care of it. So telling my story when I just opened my first um business, or when I opened my social media, period, to tell my story, that's how I started. I started telling how I was in a country that it wasn't mine, and I gained over 100 pounds over 5 years, and because I was depressed and quiet, like secretly depressed, and I was being a mom and all that. So I think my audience relate to me so much because we're so many Latinas in the States from different parts of Central America, South America, whatever, um, that they don't feel heard. They don't feel like there's somebody that they can relate in the screen. It's always different people, and I said I think I will serve, and I was told many times you have to do this in English because you will get more success. And I'm like, no, I don't feel that I'm myself when I speak English, talking about my story or trying to
Mm.
get to my audience. And even in this newer business that I switched to, I think there's so many women that they need to be educated about what's going on with hormones and all that kind of things, that I decided to keep doing this in English, because I mean in Spanish, because all the social media world for hormones and all that is in English. And why should I keep saying it in English? Because my people needs to know. So telling my story every morning, because if you follow me, you will see me every morning. Um, I always have something to say, that I always think about whoever heard this. I want somebody to get relayed, like, oh, that happened to me. Like how she's doing that. And I want women to say, and I recently speak at a conference in Chicago, and I talk about that, like how I connect to my audience, because I want somebody to get I want them to feel seen, right? That, oh my
Mm.
God, she is talking about what I'm going through and how she's doing it, and I didn't know that exists. I didn't know we have the chance to take control of our health. I didn't know I can read a book, because I share a lot of my personal development and all that. And I have that feedback of, oh my God, that book changed my life. I didn't know there's books that exist to change my mindset and all that kind of thing. So I think for me, it's really important not to show up to sell. And I just said that in my conference, that I never think about selling. I don't care about selling something. I care about like the impact that I'm gonna do every day with my stories, with what I
Mm.
share. I That's what I just wanna see my DMs saying, oh my God. that relates so much to me. I didn't know you were going through that. I would never thought about it. Because of course social media shows whatever you want and not the reality. So when people hear real stories about what I was going through or whatever happened to me, or it can be anything, I think that's more yourself. I think you do more impact to people,
Nice.
especially women, right? It's like every time I hear Sabrina, I'm like, oh my God, this woman always have to say something that I need to hear. Sabrina is always talking to me. Always. So and
And
I
I think that
Love
appreciate
it.
comes
that so
from
much.
knowing your audience and connect, because I think sometimes when we step into that, I'm a business owner now, I'm sharing my story now, and some people take it too far and they start to elevate themselves above their audience, and not necessarily from a talking down like consciously place, but
Yeah.
just being like, oh, I have to be the expert now, so I have to be up here and talk to people like that. Whereas I think it's the exact opposite. You are the person that you want to serve, maybe just a couple of feet down the road,
That.
a couple of feet further down the
Yes.
road, right? And that's
Yeah.
the thing. So do you have anything like a tip for anybody watching or listening about how to share your story in a way that really connects to the person that you want to serve?
Yes.
Yeah. I think you just say it, Sabrina. I think my advice or my tip or um I don't know how to say it, but to somebody who wanted to do this and wanted to share their story and they don't know how to start, just think about when you were that person. Because I always think about when I started looking for help about my health. um, I literally wanted to follow and listen to the woman that I was already over past that stage, that already went through, and I want to have that experience. So I never see my audience like less than me because I'm more knowledgeable and I get all these certifications and all that. I think about them like when I was there. How do they feel? And
Mm,
how do they need to hear from me? And I always make sure they know I went through that time. I make sure they hear those words. Like I remember when I was feeling like you're feeling, like this, and that, right? And I felt like there's no way to get out of here. And there is. So it's just telling them you went through that and you overcome that phase in your life. It was hard and it was not easy and it was a long road, but it's possible if you really want it. And I think that I learned with the time that people really need to hear that. It's not that, look at me, I woke up like this today. No, like literally, I didn't.
I'm like, I did not wake up like this.
I did not. And I think people who follow me since day one, they're seeing the change like year after year, like my ups and downs. And I want the newer followers or the newer clients or whatever it is, somebody new in my audience, that they get the same feeling. They don't have to go
yeah.
back on time and realize, oh yeah. So I make sure I say it often, I was there too. So you can come and join me on the other side if you really want to.
It's just so beautiful listening to, because I just feel like we all align. We're all aligned. We're all on the same boat here, and it's just. And then
Yeah.
even that, I just saying it, and I'm thinking of the people that are doing it the way Sabrina was just saying. The unhumbling way and talking down on people. And I'm so grateful that there's so many more women like us, Cynthia, who are out there and just trying to share and show people really what it takes and tell the
Mhm.
truth. Be real, raw, and relatable, because there's not enough of us. And we get drowned out on social media by the ones that are the unhumble ones who want to talk down on people. Um, and it's good to know that there is more of us, and our listeners will
Yeah.
know this too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just something,
Yeah.
Cynthia, something you said there, Cynthia, that just really hit me. It's just so simple. Just like for me, it would, if I was listening to this podcast, which I do, I'm also an audience member to our podcast. But if I was listening
Of
to this
course.
and I heard what Cinthia just shared, I would sit down and I would write out a bunch of examples and a bunch of stories of when I was at that point
Yeah,
in my life, so that I've got things to refer to and I can refresh in my mind where my audience is now, to be able to
yeah,
craft posts and content and whatever courses, whatever it is that you're creating to help and serve the audience that you're here for, to help you connect to them and relate to them and help them see themselves in your story. Because I think it's about empowering people to see that if it was possible for you, it's also possible for them. But if
Mm-hmm.
they don't see that you were once them, then they
Yep.
write themselves off for the possibility that you now are an example of, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always I don't know. Sometimes I lost my words in English. See.
It's
Um,
okay.
I always wanted to say to my audience, like, I'm here to help you if you need help. And I'm here to educate you if you need to be educated. But I cannot do it for you. If you want to change, it has to be on you. I'm showing you the way, the steps, maybe my experience, because that's what I lived. Not it doesn't have to be the reality for everybody, but I can show you there's a way to change. But if you don't want to change, I cannot do anything for you. I always make that clear. It's just I want to encourage women, especially because it's my audience, right? To want it more in their life, like not just be comfortable or the victim or miserable because this is the life that I have. No, this is the life you're choosing. It's not the life that you are dreaming of because you just don't want to get out of your comfort zone of the things that you don't like them, but it works. I'm fine. But you see somebody on social media and you're like, I wish I can do that. You can, but you just need to want it like really bad and get out of your comfort zone. So I think
Really bad.
that's one of my purposes in life, to show women that they can do whatever they want. But especially my culture. My culture is really square, and they rule by whatever men said in their household. And my grandma always said my sister and I, we were rebels in the family. We were the
We'll
black
take
sheep.
that. We'll take that rebel
Yeah.
rebel
Yeah.
stance. I
We're
love
the
that.
rebels.
I
But
just
yeah.
want to highlight something that you just said too. Like you said, I'm here to help you if you want help. I'm here to educate you if you want to be educated, but I cannot do it for you. That I feel like that should be your business tagline. That is just
With
such a
power.
powerful foundation on which to base everything that you're doing on. And I just commend you for that so much, Cynthia. It's so obvious when I see you through my screen, when I'm with you in person, that you are the true embodiment of everything that we just
Oh,
talked
thank you.
about. And I'm just so grateful for you and so proud of you. And just knowing, like Caroline said, that there are women out here who are doing the good work of growing ourselves in order to be like powerful servants in the world is just, oh man,
Well,
it just made all the feels.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I would say likewise. You inspire me so much, and you know it. I'm always like, Serena is my goal. Like to have that mindset and that like strong thing. Like, she's- I'm telling you, Caroline, we need to get together one time and have coffee, like in person, or some drinks or something. But it's just she knows her energy is always that I'm looking for to when I'm really down and doubting myself, which is it happens. I mean, I'm not a superhero, and I was like, let me go to Sabrina's Truthful Thursdays or whatever she does on Thursdays.
My
Because
tough love live. Tough love
it's
live.
always her tough love that I'm like like and then I become like toss leg, right? Because I'm always like we always need women like us. I would say like support each other. I'm always seeking for people like that, like women that wants to help women and get happy because they're being successful. We are rare. Like I always see the success of somebody else and I'm like, oh my God. And just makes me motivated to want and more. And there's not a lot of those. I think it's more of the opposite. And I think we need to just keep talking about it because I don't know, it's important for other women that needed the support of being
So much.
successful.
So much. I
Hmm.
always say her success is not proof that you suck. Her success is proof that it's possible.
Oh, chills right now.
Right. And unfortunately, a lot of women use other people's success as like, oh, I can't do that, I can't be that, I'll never, whatever. No, if it's possible for her, it's also possible for you if you want it enough. To echo Cinthia again, if you want it enough, because man, this is not this is not easy. But everything
No.
we want is on the other side of walking through that hard, right?
Yes. Yeah. And there's always more. I will say there's always more. When you start the journey and you decided to step forward and said, I'm gonna do it no matter what it takes, you enter a universe of I can do anything I want. Like literally, it will take me probably a lot of struggle. And I find myself like in that struggle really often because I decided to step forward and okay, do a little more and not feel comfortable. As long I don't know if it happens to you guys, maybe you can share that. Every time you are in a comfortable place in your businesses, I'm like, what no. This is I feel like this is not what it is. I think I need to step forward. I need to step up. I need to do more. And I start finding the ways, like in any place in my life, like even in my marriage and as a mom, like I there's always room to grow and do better and do more things. Because again, there's somebody else who's doing more than us. And you're like, if they are doing it, I can do it too. Yeah. We like the
Yep,
struggle.
we do. Unfortunately, fortunately, I'm not sure, but we do. We like the struggle.
We do.
Yeah, it's. I think
Yeah.
that's it for our time. Unless Cynthia, if you have
Nice.
any final words or any questions that you want to ask Caroline and I, just we can hit those real quick.
Well, I would just say, like, if you're somebody listen to this amazing podcast and it happens to be the one that I'm here right now, don't get discouraged for your situation, for your circumstances in this moment in your life. Put in your mind that nothing lasts forever. Nothing. Not even the success, not even the failure, nothing, or the hard times. You always have to look forward to keep going and just keep going and find a way and your attitude in life your attitude will take you really far or it will just ground you or bear you, how do you say it, like correctly, like kind of like you will stay in the same place, if that makes sense. So find the struggle and enjoy the struggle. It's kind of like fun. It's when you get to the other side of the rainbow, it's like woo for a little bit and then you
Love that.
struggle again.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
and then you
thank you so
struggle
much
again.
for
You're
the
like,
invite.
well, shit.
But thank you. I feel so inspired. And maybe that's opening the door for me to finally start my podcast. I always put it on the side. Always put it on the side.
Yes.
And maybe this is it. Maybe that's why you invite me. So I get like, yes, let's do it. But it will be in Spanish.
Send the,
So
the whispers from the universe, all the
right?
things coming from the universe at you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies.
Oh,
Thank you. I love your
Thank
accents.
you.
Yeah.
so
What
good. Thank you,
accents?
Cynthia, for being here with us. And anybody listening, I really hope that you got some really good nuggets there, because Cynthia just gave us a masterclass on what it takes to be successful: the grit, the resilience, the fortitude, the no nonsense, like keep going until it works. We don't do this to see if it works. We keep going until it works. All right.
Mhm.
That's how you claim your success.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Until next time,
Awesome.
take care.